Hello there, back here again. Welcome back to FTB Unleashed. I'm starting today's episode floating on top of a Arcane Levitator. There's a few things I want to do in this episode. I'm going to do a few little things that I need to catch up with, I think. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to quickly see what trees we've got from last time. So I'm going to go into... Are they in here? Oops. I'm going to go into here, get out my tree lines and my spectacles and my Thalmium grafter. And we're going to start off just having a little quick look at them, so that won't take us long at all. You see I've got 74 levels. I've just been AFK in amongst the bees with the cheaty BXP. I saw you. I saw you. Where'd he go? He's over there somewhere. Right. I've been in the cheaty bees while I was checking yesterday's comments and stuff. So I've got loads of XP. So I'm gonna enchant my quantum armor. I'm not sure if it's cheating or not though. So I want your opinions on that. Is enchanting quantum armor okay? I thought it was something that was cheating that got taken out, but apparently you can add it. So I'm gonna put haste and feather falling onto my quantum boots. But you can put stuff onto all of it, so should I put protection on it all? The only thing I'm going to miss, I think, still, even with speed, is I'm going to miss a jump. Of course, boots of the traveller gear, like is it 2 or 3 block jump? So I think that it might still irritate me, using the quantum stuff. I could always use I think, to be honest, I'm kind of keeping it mixed up. What I should actually probably do is have boots of the traveller, quantum legs, gravity suit chest, and goggles revealing. It's probably the best setup for me anyway. Let's see what trees we've got, see if we've got anything new and exciting. So if you remember last time we played with trees, I replanted the oak saplings and was it silver birch or silver lime, I can't remember. So let's grab a few of these. Try and remember not to break my grafter. So it's quite low, so it takes quite a lot of damage, but it repairs pretty quick as well. I don't want to get too much, otherwise it will actually break. So what we've got here: silver birch, apple oak, common beech, silver lime. So that's a couple of new ones, I believe. Silver lime, common beech. So what can we do with these? Let's have a quick look. I'm going to spend about 5 minutes doing this only, so I ain't going to be doing this for too long. Common beech. Common beech and silver birch comes a common alder. Common beech. Okay, so someone let me know that apparently you don't have to mix anything with pollen. You can just use trees. So you can get the pollen of trees, I believe, or you can get actual saplings of said tree. So I shouldn't have to use pollen for anything. I should be able to get. So I could get the pollen of all these, which I probably should because I'm doing bees anyway. I'm not sure how that works. Well, okay, let's keep grabbing some more then. What I'll do is I'll cut the camera. I'll get all of these different colour things off there, and I'll see what we end up with at the end. Because it's going to take me a little while to do all this. So you don't need to see me do all that. Grab all these things because I have to wait occasionally. Where's my food gone? It's hungry work, innit? So we're back in a little bit, and we'll see what we've got. Okay, so I cut them trees down and I ended up with quite a lot of apple oaks and silver birch, and then 8 of these silver lambs, 8 of these common beech. So I think that them are the next 2 I need to be breeding off. So if we look at these, I'm not going to plant as many trees either. That was quite irritating. If I'm being honest, I had too many trees there. Which is the quickest way to get to? Not that way, clearly. So silver lime and apple oak, it gives me a hill cherry. Silver lime and silver birch gives me also a hill cherry. So it looks like hill cherry is next then, doesn't it? So silver lime, silver birch. Oh, it gives me a white willow. Silver lime, silver birch. So let's try them 2 together then. So silver lime, 1, 2. Let's go nice and close. So I'll put them 2 together, and I'll put an apple oak and a silver lime together. No, apple oak and a silver birch, was it? Silver lamb. Yes, I did mean silver lamb. Come on, slow ass thing. So three that way. Okay. Silver lamb, apple oak, hill cherry. So okay. Apple oak. I'll put it there so it'll be in between the two. Apple oak, silver lime. There we go with them, and then so it looks like hill cherry and that white willow is what I can get from the silver lime there. Just triple check that, make sure I can't do anything else with them. Silver lime, we ain't got larch. We've got an apple oak, so we can go for hill cherry. We've got silver birch. We don't need to do that. We haven't got hill cherry yet. Blah blah blah. Silver lime, silver birch, white willow, 10% chance. Apple oak, silver lime. That's complicated stuff. So it looks like I've got a chance of getting a hill cherry or a white willow by the look of it from this. So that's that one done. And then what's this one then? Common beech. What can common beech do for us? Come on. Common beech. Silver birch gets us a common alder. Silver birch gets us a pecan. Okay, so I want a common beech and a silver birch together then, yeah? That was it, wasn't it? That was the only things I've got there. So these three, I'm going to make a bag for these, I think. Silver birch, common beech. We don't have alder yet. We don't have aspen, we don't have rowan. We don't have spruce. We don't have jungle. Common beech and jungle. So is that just a straight up jungle tree? Might have to go get a jungle tree from somewhere. So what we want then is common beech. We'll have this separate over here. And silver birch. Cool, we'll come back next episode, or maybe the end of this episode, and see if they create anything funky for us. Right, so that's the end of that for this episode. Tree. Is there a bag for trees? Now, arboriculturist, isn't it? Arborist chest. Arborist database, interesting. Might have to make one of them. Arborist chest. Just some random saplings of chest and thing. I should probably make that for my saplings here. So I'll be back in a minute. I'll make that. I might make one of them as well. It's probably... yeah, I'll make them too and I'll be back. I'll do them off camera because they're pretty straightforward. Just a thing in the carpenter, much like a tree laser or a bee laser with some different bits. And then we'll get on with something else. Here we are then. I've got myself an arborist chest, which has got 404 species in: apple, oak, silver birch, silver lime, common beech. What we made so far. The database doesn't. I don't know if it's working as it should. If we look in there, for example, apple oak, result mutations. Well, that don't have any because it's straight normal tree, I believe. Silver birch is just classed as a birch, so I think that's a normal tree. Whereas silver lime, I've clearly made it from apple oak and silver birch. Yeah, it's showing it's two discovered species I've made it with, but it's not showing them there. So I don't know if this is working as it should just yet. Again, common beech. And then there's all these further mutations. There's all them mutations there that we can make things further with these guys. And none of them are filling in yet, so I don't think that's working properly yet. But it is quite early for this mod, this part of the mod, this part of forestry, so let's not worry about that. So let's move on to something else. Let me just clear my inventory up. I'm going to stick them out of the way. So tree laser and the arborist database can go there. That flower can be replanted. Let's say kill a tree, plant a tree thing. Right, yeah, so there's that bit of this episode done with. And we'll come back to that next episode or an episode after and see what's going on. Right, so next then, let's use some of this XP up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify, first of all, I'm going to modify my boots. And the helmet with some good stuff. So down here in the anvil, let's see what we've got. I have got in here, I should have haste 3, and I have, wonderful. And oops, also in there I should have a feather falling 4, which I have, also wonderful. So they can go in the boots. Haste 3, feather falling 4, wonderful. Oh, it's brought the anvil. Let's make a new anvil. So that makes the boots quite a bit better than the wear. Lets me move quick. Still not as quick as the boots of the Traveller though. But it doesn't let me jump, so I still don't know if I like it. But if I was wearing the full thing, I could just fly around a lot more. You know, and because I'm always getting charged up whenever I come back in here, I don't have to worry about that. Let's make an anvil. I should have a pattern for an anvil, I think. I have. Awesome. There we go, nice and easy. So your anvils do wear out when you use them. Each time you enchant something, each time you use it, I don't know if it's just naming stuff, I'm not sure. Each time you enchant something, it takes a bit of durability off there. So that's that. And Respiration 3, Aqua Affinity, put them on the helmet, I suppose. But now here's a question that comes. So I guess they're all legitimate enchants. But the question comes when do I put Protection 4 on? Because I'm already almost unkillable, I reckon, in them. But I can put Protection 4 on as well. So then they become Protection 4 boots. Is all this legit, or is this just overpowering the suit? Don't know. I'm pretty sure you can't add enchants to modular power suit, but that's already quite a bit more powerful than a quantum suit anyway. So I could add them, but I'm not going to do it just yet. I want to see what you guys think. What's your opinions on adding enchants to quantum stuff? It certainly make it look better. So I could add Protection 4 to all 4 bits. Make it quite a bit different. Is the sprint on the... That was a sprint boost, I think. There's also, apparently there's someone very kindly told me there's a config setting so you can change it so that the boost key works for your boosting rather than the sprint key. We don't sprint in the air. Yeah, control, that's me pressing control. Control on, control off. Nothing really making a difference there, is there? So I've got no idea what's going on there. But when you're running, double tap space makes you run quick, and that's definitely quicker than normal. You can have it so that the boost key works instead there. So normal run and boost key makes you run quicker. Yeah, it's all a bit weird. It's all a bit weird. That's it for me. I think for now I am going to stick to the suit that I like. I don't want to be too powerful out of it. If I wanted to be too powerful, no offense to the gravity suit, I think gravitation suit's a really sweet mod. If I wanted to be all powerful, I'd probably be wearing the MPS suit, because that does kind of make you all powerful, apart from when you set fire to yourself and burn to death. But that's just bad planning of your modules that are in there. So yeah, that's something else I just wanted to cover quickly there. By the way, I killed a leech yesterday. I wanted a trophy for my thing there, so I quickly went and killed a leech. The problems I was having the other day in the stream with the map, it seems that if I go to... Now, I filled out one map, and then I went to the east of there and started another map. So the first hollow hill that I killed, the first hollow hill that I dug out early in the series was right over there. You can see where the little waypoints are up on my radar up on the top right there. They're over 1,000 meters away, so they're not showing, but they're all that way. This map works. So you see, I am just northeast of my cursor there. So this map works. When I go on the other map, it just shows me at the edge of this map. So this second map that I made seems to have overwritten the first one. So I can find things that I want to find on this. So I just I went to that leech tower just south of that gas tower. Never killed a ghast. Would like a ghast trophy. So that might be a live stream thing I do pretty soon. But there's the goblin stronghold that I was looking for in the live stream the other day. I want a goblin stronghold because they dropped the bits of stuff for the knightly army. this stuff, and I want a set of knightly armour for my little armour collection there. So that's why I was kind of going towards that. You make it these knight metal ingots, which you make using armour shard clusters, and armour shards drop off the mobs inside them places. So you kill loads of mobs, get loads of armour shard clusters, make the ingots, make the armour. So I want to get some of them at some time, just so I can have them on my little armour collection in the house there. So yeah, as I said, this episode is going to be very kind of stuffy starty. Something else I want to do is, I left this turned on, by the way. I think this had, I'm not sure, 700,000 Sakura saplings, and I left it when I went to bed, so that will have all overflowed everywhere, and we're up to nearly 3,000 UU matter, but I forgot to turn that off, so that's all burnt through. So this will have been full for some time last evening. I did actually turn my PC off last night, so the server won't run all night, but I will have lost some stuff. But as I say, I've got that much stuff. Losing stuff doesn't really matter, does it, when you've got that much stuff? What I think I want to do is I'm going to start putting these B products into 1k cells instead of having it all in a 64k cell. I don't need 97,000 beeswax. I'm going to start getting these down. I mean, look, I've got too much of everything. I don't like having this much stuff. Weird, isn't it? So I'm going to start making this into UU matter first. Once that's done, we'll start making matter balls and singularities. But I just had a little try in a creative world before I start recording, and the what's it called? Applied. The condenser wasn't really working right for me. I wasn't actually collecting any power. I'll make one of them. Let me just make one of them. Fluix dust, glass. I should have all the bits for that. I'm not going to place it anywhere specific at the minute though, but I just want to make one. There we go. That's like my last bit of Fluix dust I just used there. So this thing, I should be able to make it so it makes either matter balls or singularities by condensing my excess stuff. But when I just tried it in a test world, it wasn't actually accumulating any energy. So I need to have I think I'm going to have a look at I'm not die will use them quite a bit. I'm going to watch through a couple of these episodes again, make sure I'm doing that right, because I don't know if I am or not, but for now that can go in there. So yeah, what I want to do is I want to add some B stuff. So these blank, oops, that's force log, that's not blank. Oh, there's something else I need to cover as well, force log. Force tree farm, obviously. Tangent, sorry. Little quick tangent. This guy's full now, so I was getting a stock of force logs. I got up to 8,000, and so I filled that cell. It was overflowing, so I just turned it off for the time, and I'll show you how I turned it off. I'll just manually turn that off because I've got that much force. I can manually cover that. Honey's also full, by the way, so we need to start dealing with excess honey. Biofuel is solid. I've not really touched anything down here since I set the farm up last week, and everything's running perfectly well. I don't know if I should. I did actually change. I did have the level emitter on the fertilizer there. I did move it round to having it on the harvester instead. I'm not sure if I showed that or told you, but the level emitter is now on there. So in there, level emitter, look, on the seeds. So the fertilizer will always keep the wheat fertilized. That's the only one that doesn't keep up, if you remember. But this is all staying perfectly well. I don't have to come down here ever, to be honest. Mob essence is slowly going up because I'm using less than I'm getting from the cows. It's the cows actually filling that up. Still haven't done level control on the mob spawners, which I need to do. And that's slowly going up as well, the BDNA. Should we go look? Should we have a quick check what the this is a bit of a random episode. Let's have a quick check how the endothermic pump's doing. And then I'll get back to what I was going to do with the storage clusters. Are you with the pump? No. You are out of here. See how far this guy's spread out now. So we made it right the way across here now. Hello there. Oh. Stuff fell into the lava. So, it's a spider of a big... Is that a wizard hat? Oh, I need that. Have I got that yet? I have now. I'm burning. So yeah, you can see the smooth stone spread right across this lake now. I'm kind of curious to see what happens when it runs out of places to spread to. So if you remember, if you've not watched the early part of the series, I'm using this thing. It's from Extra Utilities, called an endothermic pump. It chunk loads its own chunk that it's pulling lava from, and any lava block it takes, it swaps it for a smooth stone block. So it's like a smooth stone generator kind of. So you don't get running lava. So it's very good for the survey. It doesn't create flowing lava, and it doesn't need big chunk load of area, and it doesn't need moving by the look of it. It just keeps spreading out. It just keeps, as long as it's got lava, it can spread to. So nearly went into the lava. So it looks like this is the chunk it's working on at the minute. So it'll gradually swap all these lava blocks for smooth stone, then it'll move on to the next furthest out chunk. Kind of awesome, kind of awesome. Right, let me just. I've been wearing a top hat, I think. I have yet. That goes better, doesn't it, with my full thalmic gear? Yeah. Anyway, let's head back. Yeah, the gas then. I hope it didn't blow up my buck or my pump. It'd be even worse if it blew up the pump. So back in here, yeah, what I want to do is I want to start moving some of the B stuff into these empty ones. So the way I'm going to do that, let's put them in there. Flame string. Do I store flame string? Seems that I do. Put that mat back. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to do this the opposite way to what I did before. No, I don't want to start with that. Let's start with one that's a bit lower. Honey drop will do. I'll keep 8,000 honey drops. So start with one of them. So the way I want to do it this time is put that in there. I'm going to put honey drop in. I'm going to call it honey drop, of course. Honey drop. Format that. And now what I'm going to do, instead of putting this in there and doing it that way, I'm going to put this in the pre-format there, in the partition editor, should I say. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take honey drop out. So I've right clicked that out, I've reformatted it. So honey drop is no longer allowed in there. But the honey drops that are in there are going to stay in there because there's nothing telling them to come out until I go. So I've changed that from cell to storage. Click that, it should go from storage to cell. So if I put this in here, that's pre-formatted to take honey drops. There it goes, it's taking the honey drops out of there. So that should be going down. I should have gone down a bit. 14 products, is that done? 1,024 honey drops. So let's see what's in the system now, honey drop wise. There's still quite a lot in there. There should be loads of, there might be some B stuff in here, not loads, but there should be some B stuff in here that came in while the other thing was out. Yeah, look. Oops, not that. Get away. So honey drops are now going in here because they've got nowhere else to go. So what I want to do is, let's do this right. Let's do this right. The first thing I want to do is I need to take my storage slot there, put it back where it's meant to be. So there we go. So we've got 8,128 honey drops in the cell there. We've still got some left in here, so we need to get rid of them. Yeah. So I'm going to have to mess around a little bit with this still, I think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add honey drop to this for now. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. This is getting a bit differently complicated now. What I want to do is, let's do this instead. Let's get the force wrench out. This may be derping, so forgive me if it is. What I want is that storage bus. I'll take it like so, and just in case that was something critical there. Let me get a bit of ME cable. And just put a bit of ME cable in there. No ME cable? Weird. Let me put a bit of replacement ME cable down there in case things need to be connected. There we go. Make sure it's causing no issues. So the phosphor, the beeswax, all that stuff drops into here when I had the storage cell out of there. So they can go back in, and they'll go back where they should. These guys won't though. I need one of them. Yep. So now I've got rid of these things that I'd had in this bus. These things. Melons I'm going to want still, but Falstaff and Sakura is definitely gone. What I'm going to take that bus off there, and I'm going to use this storage bus. There we go. And what the storage bus does, as of course, is all the bits that I've got excess of. And if you remember, this is set to a lower priority than the actual storage buses themselves. So nothing will go in here unless it's somewhere, unless the storage bus. Well, all this stuff is stuff from the composter, sludge boiler. I mean, that we don't want. That wants to be out of there. But honey drops. Now, when it gets over 8,128, each honey drop that comes into the system will go into there. And because we've got so much space in there, we can add loads of stuff to that. But because of the way things are with applied energistics, they won't go in there yet because they've already got space in there to go into. So what I need to do is get the ones out of there first. I need to get all the honey drops out of there manually, I guess, semi-manually. And then when that's full, 2023, weird. When that's full, the over 8,128 will go into the storage bus, which will put them into the recycler, which will gradually get us more you matter. I'll be back in a bit. I'll try and work out how to get this honey out, and you should see it in action when I'm back. Okay then, so what I've done is I have made storage cells for all my bee stuff, all the bee stuff that I want. Now there's some bee stuff that I don't want, I've realised. Magic wax, refractory wax, magic wax I'm never going to use. So this is just like an excess product that I'm never going to use, and I'll show you for why. We'll look at what you can craft. Craft magic capsules, don't need them. You can craft everlasting durability. Best double check what that is. And glass vials we don't need because we've got a decanting golem. Let's just check what this goes into. Everlasting durability goes into slow ass NEI. Magic frames, resilient frames. Nah, I never met them. Good to know though. I can always take it back out of the thing, but for now I'm just going to scrap that straight off. So these two guys are going to go straight into the storage bus under there. Bosh bosh. Like so. And now then, what we can do is I can actually take out the bee stuff, which I've moved down one. There it is. Take out the bee stuff, I can put that into, not there at all. Put that into there, and all the things in here should have somewhere to go. And the ones that don't have somewhere to go should end up in our ME chest here. There you go. So this is because that's full. And then as things fill up, I've got to keep an eye on this, make sure it doesn't go to 65. If it does, I'll have to stop it. That's going to start filling things up there as this empties out. It should also be filling these up, so you should start seeing these go red in a little while. The problem is beeswax, there's like 70,000 of it. I'll just put in my oak saplings in there as well. Let's turn that off for now. Well, that's off oak saplings going in. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. I need to make sure this doesn't go to 65. So there we go. This is all the propolis, that's over 8,000. Honeydew, that's over 8,000, and so on. The beeswax can be the worst, it's going to be about 80,000 of that in there. That's all the refractory wax, all the magic wax. Now I slowly need to get all this stuff. Phosphor, that full as well. We've got quite a lot of phosphor. Yeah, that's full. Phosphor, of course, makes lava. In fact, I can actually turn the glowstone, the demonic bee off, because demonic bee makes phosphor, refractory wax, and what? Glowstone dust. I've got 23,000 glowstone dust as well. So I'll probably turn my demonic bee off in just a sec. How's this doing? 64. That's bad. Let's take that out. So we don't want that to be full, and it's full. So that means it's going to start blocking anything else going in there, which is a bit of an issue. So I need to start getting some of this stuff out, some of this excess stuff, and probably manually feeding it into the recycler for now. In fact, what I should do, just let me get on this a bit quicker. We'll get all the excess stuff, and I'm just going to sling it into deep storage units, and then I'll work out what to do with it. A little bit manual, but problem is when that fills up like it is, then this will start backing up. Look. And it backs up really quick because my bee shit comes in so quick, it's unbelievable. So I'll start putting all this excess stuff into one of these each. Like so. Which one's in there? Okay, refractory wax can go in there. That's magic wax, no, it's sulfur wax. So I'll do this off camera, I'll get all this sorted out, stop this little mini panic, get rid of all these guys. Doing two at a time is probably stupid. I'll be back in a bit. So I found a way of getting this in. I'm putting deep storage units up there with a precision export bus, taking out the excess stuff. The problem with that is it doesn't only take out the stuff out of here, it'll start taking the stuff out of them as well, so I've got to be careful. I've got an extra ME drive there with sulfur wax draconic dust. Intellect drops. Intellect drops quite interesting. I've got quite a few of them, as you can see there. I've got a couple of thousand, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, intellect drops, and you've thrown a glass bottle with intellect drops, and it gives you bottles of enchanting, which I've got a load of over here. In there, look, I made a stack of them, so I've got another way of getting XP as if I needed it. So I've got a load of bottles of enchanting as well, bottles of enchanting. So there we go. I can now safely empty this out, I think. So I'll put that in there. That should spit all the rest of the stuff out. That was in there. I'm not sure what was left. It was possibly just beeswax. Looks like it maybe was just beeswax left in there. One item says there, look, 1 of 63. So that's spitting all that out into there, which in turn is getting all spat into there. And then I can maintain my levels of all these products by creating more scrap, which in turn creates more UU matter. Once the UU matter is full, that the mass fab turns off. Once the scrap thing is full, then I'm going to bin the scrap or turn the scrap into slowly into them. What do you call them? What do you call them? Singularities. We've got 69,000 of them in there. That's nice and empty. Cool. We can, for now, we can format that as empty. So I'll put that in there. I want to clear all that shit out. I want to put in a button and call it blank. So a bit of housekeeping done. So now I have actually got 3, I think. 1, 2, 3. 3 blank 64k storage units there. And loads of bee stuff full. That's sugarcane, melon, pumpkins there at full. Yeah, I could fill them up nice and easy though. Won't got any yet. Royal jelly's not full. Propolis isn't full because I've just set the auto crafting to make me 1,000 sticky resin, which it seems to have given up on. Interesting. Did I break anything? Don't think I broke any cables. Anyway, so yeah, so that's that. I've done a bit of housekeeping on the bee products there, and I'll show you next time when it's all finally set up and everything's all tidied up, how that's going to just put things straight into the recycler there. A couple of little things then to do. Just finish the episode off. Let's look at the to-do list. new fast automatic furnaces. I want to get an automatic EU powered furnace on the go, and that's a reference to an old English band there that some people may know, I doubt it though. So automated fast furnaces, because the powered furnace isn't really quick enough. I think it might have been Finrod sent me a message. I think it was Finrod. If it wasn't, I apologise. Someone sent me a message saying that electric furnace with 16 overclockers in does take a product per tick, so 20 products a second. That's really fast. I'll probably just use an induction furnace though. I don't know yet. Villager spawner. If anyone's got any ideas what mods I should be using for a villager spawner, I could make a vanilla one, but I'm in modded Minecraft, so if there's modded ways of doing it, any suggestions would be very, very helpful. State cell on the engines. That's what I want to do. I just want to do it so that these engines here, instead of turning on for a couple of seconds at a time, I'm going to do it so this trigger condition, which is of course no energy, it's redstone signal, I want that, I'm going to set that so it actually triggers for like a 5-minute redstone signal. So then these will turn on, they'll fill this up to an extent, and then it won't happen again until it drains off again, rather than turning it on and off all the time. So I'll need to add rednet, I need to connect these two rednet lines and have it so that these trigger conditions actually do that. So a bit of messing around in there, and add another PRC, programmable rednet controller. That'll sort that out for us. So that's something I want to get into in the next couple of episodes. Breeder reactor. If we're looking here now, we're up to 74 near depleted uranium cells. We need to do something with these. I'm going to make a little breeder reactor to turn these back into normal uranium cells. I can make a thing for the charge pads, but we don't want that. What I do is I want to make it so these coal dust, make them into depleted isotopes, and then what the breeder reactor does, it'll refill that depleted isotope and make it into a uranium cell again. So we want to be doing that. So breeder reactor will be another IC2 based episode coming up pretty soon. With the killing room is all done, of course. Now the wither killing room, I fought in there in quantum armor. It turns out that the mobs hardly touch you, so you don't really need to do that much. You don't really need to be that well armoured in there, because I think it's only because it's 3 high, the things that fire kind of miss you a bit. Galgadorian cart still needs to do that, mob grinder level control still needs to do that. Sawmill charcoal might not even do that anymore. I'll leave it on there, but I'll explain why I'm probably not going to do it when I get to it. Last thing then for this episode, that just reminded me, is I've turned this off because we had over 8,000 force logs and a full force liquid tank. I'll just turn it off by putting a redstone signal there. And what that does is it blocks the cart. If you put down, well, this is started cutting so you can't see it, but there's a detector track under there. Remember when I made this, I made a detector track, that thing there, detector track, but it makes it in a pair. I put the other one over there, and if that's not got a redstone signal to it, it blocks the cart. I will probably set this up with a level limiter at some times, just so it automatically turns it off when we've got logs in the thing there. So there we go, a little bit of a weird episode. I haven't really done much, just a bit of tidying up, a bit of consolidating of stuff I've already made. Next episode I'll have something a bit more organised to do, and we'll get on with something off the list there, or anything else that you want to see on the list. Please suggest that as well. I'm at the point in the world where a lot of things are automated. I can start making things on a whim, so anything that, if you want to see anything particular that I've not done before, or I have done before that you may want to see how I do it again, please let me know. I can't promise I'll do it, but I'll certainly consider it. So as always, I hope it was entertaining, and thank you for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Cheers. Bye.